Hello from NETIO Products and welcome to our second video manual for NETIO Cloud, where we'll learn to navigate the NETIO Cloud and to control the outputs from the dashboard. NETIO Cloud is an online platform where the users of NETIO devices can connect NETIO peers and take the remote control to a whole other level. Last time we learned how to create a new account and to add your devices to your organization. If you have missed that one, check it out here. All NETIO Cloud manuals are available on our YouTube channel or NETIO website. Now we will move to the NETIO Cloud's dashboard and start with what can you see right after you open it. On the top is a green bar. There on the left you can see a logo of the NETIO Cloud which will always bring you home, which is this dashboard. Next is the menu with 3 windows, first inputs and outputs, where we are right now. Second is devices. Here you get to the list of your connected PDUs and where you can manage them. The last one is settings. Here you can set up the information about your organization, create and manage the roles, add users, manage your subscription and so on. Now we move to the right side of the green bar. Here you can see how many credits your organization has left, then next to it is a button to add new PDUs, and last is an icon with your account information where you can switch between organizations, access your user settings or log out. We'll go back to the inputs and outputs and focus on the dashboard. Every output is represented by one tile on the dashboard. When it's on, it has a green color with a green switch and text on. When turned off, it becomes white with a gray switch and text off. As you can see, in the dashboard aren't only displayed outputs, but also some of the inputs. NETIO Cloud shows the inputs of our metered PDUs and then the digital inputs. When it's on, there is a green border around the tile with the text on in green lettering, and when it's off, the input stays just white with text off in gray lettering. On the top of the outputs, you can see the name of the device to which it belongs and below the name of the output. In the middle of the tile is a switch. By clicking on it, you can switch the output individually. When the mouse hovers above one of the outputs, 3 new icons will appear on the bottom of the output. First is for output remote restart, second for activating and deactivating the schedule, and third for editing. Also, some have a visible note icon on the right bottom corner. This icon signalizes that there is some message or a warning for the operator when switching the outputs on and off or restarting. For the schedule function, is important to add that in NETIO Cloud you can only enable and disable schedule which has been configured in its web interface. If you didn't configure it, then the function to enable and disable the schedule won't work. How to configure the schedules on the device's web interface? See our video scheduler function for time-based switching of electrical sockets. Above the tiles you can see a button for group control, another one for alarms, and then a search window. When we click on the group control button, a new pane rolls down. Here you can choose from the same actions like for the single output, turn on or off, restart the selected outputs, and enable or disable the schedule for the selected outputs. We are now at the organization dashboard where all of the outputs are displayed, and by simply clicking group control we have selected all of the outputs from that we can see at the current page. This is because I have only 32 outputs in my organization, and as you can see in the right bottom corner I have maximum of 50 displayed outputs. It selects all of the outputs in my organization. But what if I would have a 100 or even a 1 million of outputs? Let me change the number of displayed outputs per page to 10 to explain. Now my outputs are on several pages, which means that when I click on group control, it shows only 10 tiles, and among them 8 outputs, which are now selected, and rest of the outputs on the next pages didn't get selected. So, what if I want to select all of them, and not just those on this one page? Well, that's why we have the second icon, which helps you select the rest of the outputs from either the organization, or if you search through the dashboard, using the search window on the right, it also helps you select the rest of the searched outputs, which are not visible on the first page. The same goes for the groups which you can create and so on. The last icon is to deselect all, which you can use when you want to handpick just few of the outputs from the dashboard, group or search. The last thing we are going to talk about in this video manual is groups. You can see them on the left of the dashboard. All of them then are displayed there and listed from 0 to Z. Once you click on one, it shows its outputs on the dashboard, and below the name of the group you will see the names of the added NETIO PDUs. You can then control the shown outputs individually or with the group control as we have done before. We will talk about how to create groups, how to add the devices, and how work with them more in a different video. This is all from me for now. Hope you found this second video manual helpful. If you are liking this, hit us follow and stay tuned for more. See you then.